Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now this is only for people who read the Spy School books, but if someone named Matthew, who works at Goldie's, is watching this, please go to the end or watch till the end to hear something special. And this is a spoiler warning for anyone who has not read the Spy School books after book 3 and book 3. I know this technically happened in book 3, but he was just pretending. I want to know what would happen if he actually turned. That alone would change the course of the series majorly. Today we'll be discussing that. P.S. To make this somewhat possible, Eric will have had nothing to do with Ben being kicked out of Spy School. The question that you all are probably wanting to know is why Ben Winter at all. I thought about doing something interesting, clever, but it never came to me. So I'm doing the easy one, revenge. I don't think that'd really be enough, but I got nothing else, so let's roll with it. Without Ben being on the inside for Erica, a major thing would happen. SPYDER would have been able to blow up the major bridges in New York and gotten away with it. Meaning SPYDER would have gotten millions, maybe billions of the success. As a little bonus to SPYDER, they would have been able to keep evil Spy School secret without Erica knowing. This part was difficult to think about. I thought Ben would remain working for SPYDER, but I rethought this. Ashley said that they would get a lot of money on the mission they were working on. This would no doubtly make Ben a millionaire overnight. If Ben used the money somewhat wisely, he may never have to work again. Ben was kept in the dark about the mission from the get-go, and he probably would never have found out until after the mission was done. And Ben would probably be shocked that he already had been paid due to him not knowing that the mission already had happened. It probably wouldn't take all that long for Ben to figure out what had happened and his unknowing part in it. My guess is Ben would leave SPYDER. The first thing he would do is go to Disney World. If you all recall, Ashley at one point before Ben was discovered asked if he wanted to go to Disney World. Ben said yes in the original, so I'm sure he would say yes in this as well. After spending a month or two, him and Ashley would become very close. Because of this, the two began traveling together across the country. Possibly the world, maybe? The future of the story is bleak. For starters, Erica and the rest of Ben's friends dies, except Mike. The reason for this is because with Ben out of the picture, Mike would have never had gone to the ski resort. Also, SPYDER would become very rich, due to almost no one in their way. Also, Josh would also most likely become the leader of SPYDER due to his knowledge. The Croatoan would also be able to do their plans as they please. Some crimes that are done won't even be noticed. This is looking to be a grim future. After a while traveling a lot, Ben and Ashley would have become entangled in a romance with one another. But after a while, Ben realized something. He never got revenge on the CIA. Sure, he had helped pull the bridge bombing a few months ago, but what had he gained? Besides money. SPYDER had no idea of getting rid of the CIA. They would of course in a heartbeat, but not when it could end their streak. Very badly. Ben realized he needed to take things into his own hands, and he had the means to do it. He and Ashley still had plenty of money, and Ashley was willing to help. In about a year, Ben would be running his own criminal organization, Smokescreen. Do you like it? I thought it'd be fun since Ben's nickname was Smokescreen, and him making the group it. I'm not sure. Or if you hate it, please don't insult me down in the comments. With Smokescreen, he was getting more money by the day, and he was preparing to take action against the CIA. But something would almost stop him. A day before Ben would launch his attack, he would be visited by an old friend, Murray Hill. Ben would be shocked to see his old friend. Mary would try to start off with small talk, but Ben became impatient with Murray and tried to get the real reason he was here. Murray would explain that Spider is getting a little nervous. They are concerned that Ben would try to attack Spider with his newfound army. Ben would assure Murray that Spider had nothing to fear. He was only interested in the CIA. Murray was still not convinced, but decided to leave anyhow. The next day, Ben led his smokescreen forces on a massive attack on the CIA. Ben had thought everything and anything that could bring the CIA down. He first blew up spy school's cover, making sure everyone in the country knew where and what spy school was. He even blew the location of spy camp. Well, so much for spy camp these days. He then sent much of his forces to several important CIA locations, crippling their resources. He then personally led the attack on Spy School. A few people recognized him, but most of Ben's friends were already dead due to previous missions. His teachers also recognized him, saddened and confused. The principal too recognized him and began lecturing Ben about him blowing up his office. Ben would ignore him, grab one of his men's guns, and kill the principal. Okay, maybe not ignoring him. The whole school would go silent in fear, not sure what just happened. Ben would waste no time finishing his plan. He would take out a bomb. If the school opened their mouths in the second, what would come out would most likely be a scream. Instead, it was just a hopeless look of despair. Ben smiled. For the first time ever, he was actually able to surprise the teachers and students at Spy School. Then he spoke. I probably don't even need to be here after what I done. Some punks with some guns will probably show up to end your miserable lives. But I learned from experience. It pays to do things yourself. Ben began to arm the bomb. He declared that the time to detonation was 2 minutes. He also noted that he did the math and that was plenty of time to disarm it. He armed the bomb and tossed it to the center of the room as a chopper arrived to pick him and his goons up. As soon as Ben left, the students and staff began to try to disarm the bomb. But Ben knew that this was a lost cause. He made sure it was impossible. As he flew away, he heard and saw the explosion that wiped out an entire generation of spies. Ben could only smile. He did it. Now, before I go, I want to give a quick shout out to Goldie's in Chicago and the bartender Matthew. You're super nice. Thanks for the $5 for me helping you, and thank you for letting us host my Uncle Eric's party there. I think that meant so much to him since you two are good friends, and I hope you continue being friends with him. And also thank you for subscribing. Thank you all for watching this video. This video was inspired by myself after I made the Harry Potter was evil video, and I guess this isn't what if Ben was evil to begin with, but I can't see him being evil to begin with. I could barely see him being evil in this, but I made some effort to do that. But again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.